to Oz Talk. It's so good to see everybody. And I'm super excited right now because joining me is Zoe O'Haillin, former Oz Talk co-host. So good to see you again, Zoe. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's so wonderful to be back here. As we were chatting before the show, I said, being back in the studio, it's a virtual studio, but it's, there's no place like home, as they say.
It is. Welcome home. What's your homecoming to Oz Talk? And I'm so grateful that we have the occasion to bring you on today because you're welcome anytime when you're available, obviously. But today you've got the very exciting news that you were the script supervisor, script polisher, and are playing the Wicked Witch of the West in a new upcoming indie feature now in crowdfunding on Indiegogo called, say it,
Surrender, Dorothy.
Yes, very good. So I'm so glad we're going to talk all about that. We also have the film's writer director Jacob Capps. He'll be joining us shortly. But first, I thought, Zoe, we got to catch up. We're here, and we're live on the Facebook page for the International Wizard of Oz Club. So if you're watching us there, feel free to comment and ask questions. Same with on my YouTube channel. And Zoe, you're now on the board of the Oz Club. How many terms is this for you? I previously served 2 terms. How many is this for you?
I'm coming up on the end of my first, but I have been elected for a second. So,
okay, because I feel like you've done it before. I felt like maybe this was like your second.
Yeah. So I believe this July I will roll into my second term.
Brilliant, brilliant. Well, very cool. Any updates with the Oz Club? I know that I talked to Jane, former president, and I know Ryan Bunch, current president of the Oz Club, and they're working on a convention for this fall at some point, but I guess I don't think anything's confirmed yet. Do you know any updates about that?
Not that I think I'm at liberty to speak about, but we have found a great opportunity. As a lot of people know, is we try and rotate every 3 years, being East Coast, Midwest, West Coast. Normally when we hit our West Coast year, we team up with OzCon International. Unfortunately, it seems that OzCon International will not be happening this year, and it was our year to team up with them. So we kind of had to pivot, but I think we have found a really great home for this year's convention and a great partnership. So I'm excited to roll that out in the coming months, but can't say anything just yet, but we've got a lot of exciting things in the works. We actually have several conventions lined up for the next 3 years.
Wow.
So we're trying to plan ahead and be ready for this. So we've got some great things in the works. We've got some new features for the club coming down the pipeline. And we actually just unveiled in the past week that now members can actually access a Bomb Bugle archive on the website and select articles going back to the late 1960s, early 1970s up until now are now available online. So if you're doing research and you want to find an article that was in an issue before you were a member or before you were born and you can't find it to purchase.
Amazing. I'm so glad to hear that. I know that for years they've been wanting to do it. That's ozclub.org.
Yes. And yeah, so if you're not a member, you can sign up today and have instant access to that archive.
Great. Very, very cool. Thank you for that update. Meanwhile, how are you winding down? How's your Wicked hangover doing?
Oh my gosh. Well, I was just thinking, I'm like, we were still in pre-production for Wicked when I was on the show last. So now 2 movies have come out. I'm still just blown away by them. Yeah. Really, I don't think we could have asked for a better adaptation of the films. Especially, I had misgivings. You may remember years ago, I said, I don't know how Ariana is going to do.
I also remember that Garrett Kilgore, another former co-host with us, was he predicted Cynthia. He was the one to call that as Alphabet Man.
I'm just still reeling from that. I'm a little mad at the Academy for not giving our girls some love this time around. But as many people have said at this point, they don't need awards for what they've done. It would be great if they got them, but they're immortalized in these films. It's like Ray Bolger said, he didn't get residuals for The Wizard of Oz, but he got immortality. Exactly. And that's what Cynthia and Ariana are getting. They're not getting Oscars, but they will be forever remembered as part of this iconic film.
Absolutely. And the box office is a huge reward. Let's not forget.
Absolutely. Yeah. And their careers are blowing up. They're both doing more. They were both successful to begin with, but it seems like we're seeing them more and more exciting projects. So I'm really excited to see what's coming next.
Yeah. And I know you, like I am also a big fan of the Oz, Baum's original books. You're an all things Oz fan, as I am, and I am so in love with Ultimate Oz Universe and the Volume 1 first graphic novel. And I think they're having an announcement coming out soon for Volume 2. And I'm so thrilled that they're continuing and expanding, because Baum was one of the first masters of world building, and to see what AWA Productions is doing with this is very exciting. And there's a chance that there could be adaptations at some point to big and small screens, so all the rest of it. Isn't that cool?
That is really exciting. I just love seeing Oz get its due. It's always there, but I feel like in recent years we've really seen this boom, and we saw it in 2003 when the Broadway production of Wicked opened. There was suddenly more interest, and I feel like the movies have really paved the way to prove that Oz is a very popular property still. So I'm excited to see what people do with it, especially Ultimate Oz. I haven't gotten a copy yet, but I've heard great things, and I have Tara and MK's podcast about it saved. I want to go back and listen to what they have to say.
Yes,
so I'm really excited to check it.
It's so good. And Tara and MK worked with them at New York Comic Con. I just got the New York Comic Con exclusive pins, because they're also now doing merch for Ultimate Oz Universe. And of course, I'm a sucker for lapel pins, and I just had to order them all. I think they're Kickstarter. These pins are available now. If you search Pintopia Ultimate Oz Universe, there's some really cool 3D and interactive pins, and they're amazing. But Gale Yellow Brick Road, do you have your ticket?
I ordered it last night, so
okay.
I'm really excited. I was worried that it wasn't going to come to Indy, but it's
everywhere. It's everywhere. Cool. Yeah, it's Wednesday, February 11th. One showtime only across the country. I think it's on about 1,000 screens. Tickets are available at fathomentertainment.com. The film, of course, is from writer-director Daniel Alexander, and he has a really great story, because he started out with this short that went really viral, and then he was able to do another short, it was a trailer, and then it was a short, and now we're finally getting the first feature film, and hoping that it can expand. I don't have it confirmed, but I think after its one theatrical showing, it will be available to stream on the Chilling app. So I think that's what it will do if it's not available on other platforms.
Yeah, I saw the short a few years ago. We actually watched it at an Spirit of Oz after party at one of our events. So It's exciting to now see what it's been expanded into.
Mm-hmm. And have you seen The Wiz on tour yet, or on Broadway?
Yes, I saw it in its pre-Broadway run in Chicago. I unfortunately didn't get to see it once it made it to New York, but I did follow it very closely. I bought the vinyl LP. Fun, wonderful production. I had such a wonderful time going to see it. And Sean, my husband, had never seen The Wiz live, so he was really excited. He saw the TV version.
Okay, which is honestly, that followed the original script of the original Broadway production. So he saw, it's seeing the show, but still not the same as live. How did he like it on stage?
He loved it. We both had a wonderful time. So he walked out, and he's like, I wish I could sing Mean Old Lion. He's like, I'm never going to be cast as a lion. That's fine, but he's like, I want to sing that song.
Yeah, don't we all wish we could sing that, right? It's so good. I'm excited. It's back on tour. I'm so bummed it didn't last as long on Broadway, but it was in a location that theater was in. It has a history of shows not staying there. It's a huge theater. It's coming back to Milwaukee in a couple months, or in a month or so, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it again. Well, let's pivot now to Surrender Dorothy. Let's bring on writer-director Jacob Capps. Welcome to Oz Talk. Hey, Jacob.
Hey, great to be here, guys.
Glad to have you. So how did you two meet?
You
go ahead.
I was going to say, I think it was through one of the indie filmmaker Facebook groups.
Yeah, the Indiana Filmmakers Network, yeah.
Yeah, so we're both centrally located in central Indiana, and he had posted that he was working on a film. At the time, it was called Friend of Dorothy. We have kind of had a title change since early pre-production, but he put it out there, and I'm like, oh wow, a horror comedy based on the world of Oz. And then I saw that the Wicked Witch was going to be resurrected in the story, so I immediately reached out and said, hey, I'm really interested in auditioning for this. And so we got to chatting, and I am one of those actresses, I hate self-tape auditions. So I kept putting it off. And then I happened to be at the Oz Club National Convention in Aberdeen. And as we were going down the Yellow Brick Road, my friend kept saying, hey, do the witch's line here. I'll get you my pretty while we're in Munchkinland. And he was taping them. So at the end of the day, I said, just send me those videos. I'm just going to send those. That'll be my audition. We'll see what happens. And
I was kind of thinking, does Zoe even have to audition to play the Wicked Witch of the West? Because she kind of lives it. I mean, in character, right? So that's fantastic. I just want to, we'll revisit this slide a couple times, but it is now available for crowdfunding because you're raising funds to make the movie on Indiegogo.com. If you search Surrender Dorothy, you can find and get into some of that. But Jacob, why not tell me a little bit about what inspired you to create this project?
Oh, I've wanted to do some kind of an Oz story since I was a teenager. I've been writing for a long time, and I thought now was the perfect time, what with the success of Wicked and everything, and I just I wanted to strike while Oz was hot, again and everything, and so that was the biggest thing. And I just for fun, about a year ago, I was writing this story where my original character that I play, I wanted to have him meet Dorothy, and then I eventually just expanded upon that, which became the script for the film.
So you mean you were writing an original movie, and then you were just going to bring the character of Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz into this movie?
Yeah, and then it just turned into an Oz film. So
that's cool. I mean, both are great ideas, right? I mean, that makes me think a little bit, I guess, of like Once Upon a Time, where you'd see different characters pop up, right? That ABC show.
Oh yeah.
What's the basic premise? What can you tell us about the trajectory of the plot for Surrender Dorothy?
It's essentially like the Wicked Witch wants to have power over Oz without Dorothy getting in her way this time. So like she has got the help from like the other witches and whatnot, and she's trying to she displaces Dorothy in time through a what we call like a time twister in the script, and that's how she ends up with my original character, and he has to help her get back to Oz. And once there, they have to just save Oz and whatnot. There's also stuff that tackles like Dorothy's parents and whatnot, because that's not really explored a whole lot in the Oz stuff. So
that's fascinating. When you talk about the original character, I know that you're a writer director, but you're also an actor, and you're in this film. Is that the role that you're playing?
It is, yes.
What's the name of the character, and what's his background?
Oh, he goes by the Righteous Reaper because there was this show that used to be on the CW called Reaper, and I was always kind of sore that it got canceled, so I kind of wanted to expand a little bit on that idea. So my character is kind of, when he's introduced, he's like the devil's bounty hunter in his first film. So
very cool. That makes me think, like, if I could resurrect any show and write myself into it, it would be Ally McBeal. I don't know how I'd fit into it. I'm not an attorney. But Zoe, what show that was on the air that you loved that was canceled would you resurrect and write yourself into if you could?
I mean, we are talking about the CW, so I'm gonna have to go with Charmed.
Oh God, that'd be so great!
Come on, like
yes, and you practice witchcraft, so that's amazing.
Yeah. And I was about to say, my triquetra. I'm not wearing it today. I wore the Wicked Witch instead. But normally I'm wearing the triquetra, which a lot of people say, oh, you must be a big Charmed fan. I'm like, yes, and I'm also a witch.
Right. Yeah. Well, and when folks head over to Indiegogo.com and search Surrender Dorothy to look at backing this project of this great new Oz film that's an indie production, they can see the introduction video where you are wearing that necklace. So you wear it quite well. What are some of the perks for signing up now at this point if they support crowdfunding?
We got like where you can get like special edition DVDs, like as I'm doing we're doing 2 cuts of the film, one that I can release and then one that will only be as a perk because I'm using there's some certain music I'm using that I do not have the rights to and whatnot, so that'll be one of the perks. And we're doing like soundtracks and screen use props, costume pieces, stuff like that.
That's cool. That's kind of original, not the typical thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought about crowdfunding just because I want the Scarecrow mask. That's one of the things that you can get is the Scarecrow that the actor will wear. He'll sign it at the end of production. And, I can be a Scarecrow. So I'm like, do I need that?
I know, that's very cool. And Zoe, you are I'm like explaining to you, I'm more talking in general, but the creator, producer, and star of The Spirit of Oz, and you've performed many roles over the years. You now are making your mark as the Wicked Witch of the West all across the country. And what I love about The Spirit of Oz is you're not only great, what's the most popular thing when anybody goes to Disney World, even more than the rides or the restaurants, it's waiting in line to get your pictures with the characters. You and your Spirit of Oz team show up to many different regional, national Oz events for those opportunities, but you also perform, which is so fantastic. What is one of the things, what brings you the most joy in performing as the Wicked Witch of the West in Spirit of Oz?
Oh, wow. I think it's that it's just a release. The witch is so unlike who I am as a normal person. So the fact that any stress or tension I'm feeling, I can let it out as the witch. I can be snarky. I can be a little mean and rude, but it's what is odd is how many kids I see, little kids that are like me. I loved the witch as a kid. So I do get little kids that run up and hug me, and they're more excited to see me than Dorothy. And so that warms my wicked little heart. And since Wicked has come out, even though I try very hard not to mix my Wicked Witch with Elphaba for a number of reasons, just having kids get excited because they see me almost as a hero because of who Elphaba is, and seeing that some kids, they can get through their fear. Maybe they're apprehensive of meeting me, and their mom's like, oh, but you love Elphaba, seeing that this character in all her different forms means so much to so many people, and that I'm not alone in loving the bad guy of Oz.
Right. What's the challenge? I mean, Margaret Hamilton's, and you adapted so well as you portray the Wicked Witch of the West. What are you looking forward to, and how will you make the role your own in playing the Wicked Witch in now an original story?
That's a really good question. I'm really excited that I get to find a new version of her. I think the way Margaret Hamilton plays the character is she's so delighted in her wickedness. So when she's being mean and nasty, there's just this little bit of a smirk, a little bit of a smile. Whereas the witch in Surrender Dorothy is very mean, very evil. The witch is evil and mean anyway, but this is a little bit darker, being that it is not a film for children. I don't have to worry about being too scary or too mean. And with the way the script is written, it's also it's a campy kind of horror comedy, kind of think like Evil Dead. So there's also these really big over the top moments. She's a little bit of a diva. I get to abuse Mombi through 90% of the movie, and my monkey king sidekick. So it's kind of fun to find the dark humor in her. So taking the humor in a new way, and also the menace in a new way, that it doesn't have to be played for children. And I'm really excited that we're also coming up with a more original look for her. She will be reminiscent. She will be shades of green, but a little bit more haggard, a little bit more decrepit and creepy. And we're going to do little details that come in from Baum's novel. So, maybe she's got an eye patch, little details from just different versions of the witch we've seen over the years. I'm really excited to do like little Easter eggs in the performance and the appearance, that maybe if you're a fan of the Sinar anime, you're like, oh wait, that's kind of like that, and oh, she's kind of like that, and just kind of bringing all the witches together and then making my own delicious Wicked mix.
I mean, that's one of the most things that it was in watching, Wicked Part 1, especially, was finding all of the callbacks and the Easter eggs to other Oz things. I mean, we were seeing them from The Wiz and The Wizard of Oz, and from Baum's, writing and the rest of it. So even Denzo's illustrations, right? So that's really exciting to have someone, I think that was one of the reasons why true Oz fans were so supportive of Wicked, was because all of that fan service was paid there. But when that doesn't happen, in cases outside of like the Wicked films, Zoe, you and I and our friends, fellow Oz historians and Oz fans that are all things Oz fans, tend to lament, like, why didn't they reach out to one of us to have us, because we have included some of that stuff. So how cool to have you involved in something like this. You can very intentionally, and we know that you'll have had a hand in placing some of those Easter eggs and making it really fun for all Oz fans. You say it's going to be R-rated, I'm hearing, right? So it's not for kids. What you said it's like a horror comedy. Jacob, what is the tone that you sent out to make, and did you originally think of it as a horror comedy, or did it morph into that?
I usually write in the genre of horror comedy, yeah. So, but I was heavily inspired by, like, I would say Back to the Future, Evil Dead 2, the 39 Wizard of Oz film, and Return to Oz are kind of the mix of those tones is what I'm going for.
Great. And of course, there's a very great depiction of Mombi that's Languidir coded in Return to Oz. Who are some other characters we're going to see in Surrender Dorothy?
Oh, I can say that Jack Pumpkinhead is in there a little bit. Who else?
Lurleen?
Yeah.
A fairy
Yeah.
queen.
Nice.
Ozma. I mean, Ozma is becoming more prevalent in films.
Right.
Dr. Pitt.
Oh, cool. And I know you've cast Mariah Pearson as Dorothy, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. She really impressed me. I'm excited to shoot with her.
Very cool. So where are you planning on filming?
I know we're gonna film some here in Newcastle, Indiana, my hometown. We're gonna film some in Illinois, like at the there's like the Land of Oz Park, or what is that called there in Illinois, Zoe?
It's where the Illinois Wizard of Oz Festival is, at Butler Haynes Park.
Oh, you're going to that one. So because there's Oz Park and Lincoln Park in Chicago.
Yeah. This one is more close to Peoria, and they have a full-scale yellow brick road that winds through the woods. There's the Tin Woodman's Cottage, all that stuff. So it makes kind of a great filming backdrop.
Very cool. That's very cool. And I also saw this image too, which you sent to me, but there's a chance that you guys might be doing a coinciding soundtrack.
Yes. Because for the version that I can release, I've chosen all public domain music. Like there's the composition that inspired, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And then there's stuff like I got some music from like some old public domain Wizard of Oz cartoons. Stuff like that is going to be used in it and whatnot. And there's going to be 2 original songs composed for it.
Excellent. Are those going to be musical moments in the film? I mean, you're going to make it campy. You can have a music number, right?
There is going to be one music number. Yes.
Does Zoe get to do it?
No, it's actually it's my character that's going to be singing. So that's
That's fair. That's fair.
There will be some tongue-in-cheek moments that we hint at the Wicked Witch's musicality in some other productions. I don't know, maybe a little battle cry might show up somewhere.
Oh, nice.
So
nice.
We'll find ways to keep it tongue-in-cheek and reference Oz's musical past without the film necessarily being a musical.
Excellent. Well, I know from crowdfunding, no amount is too small or too large. And so I encourage everyone to head on over to Indiegogo.com and help support Jacob Capps and Zoe O'Haillin in their endeavor in creating this indie horror comedy, camp fun, Surrender Dorothy film that's going to be really, really great. Because I mean, I can at least speak on behalf of Zoe's work is fantastic. So anything you're a part of, I like to support and promote and help it come to fruition. So I hope. How much are you guys seeking to raise all together?
I'm trying to get $15K. Realistically, I only need about 9 or 10, but I got to cover costs for like shipping to people for the perks and whatnot. So
of course, and that is an extremely modest, low budget indie film, which budget isn't what dictates whether or not a film is good or not. So, but it's really that's great. Hopefully, you guys will get there and keep us updated. Will you be able to keep us updated on your progress here on Oz Talk?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
very cool.
I was gonna say maybe there could be some first looks when we have clips and teasers So
Yeah, Zoe and I are about to get together and do some promo photos and a teaser and whatnot. So.
Oh, awesome! We saw how that was very successful for Gale Yellow Brick Road too. So very
excited for that one.
At that time, I think it was called Gale Stay Away from Oz, right?
Yeah.
So, all right, well, very cool. Keep us posted. Where can people find you on social media?
Well, they can find the film. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, probably my YouTube would be the best. It's at Reapers for House 420 is my handle on there.
Excellent.
Yeah. On Facebook, there actually is a Surrender Dorothy page, so you can actually follow that page to get direct updates on the film. And
great.
Yeah. And then I'm on social media. Most channels you can find me under The Spirit of Oz. You can also find me under Zoe O'Haillin Byrne. So I'm out there. Find me. I'm not hard to find in the Oz community. Just look for the 6-foot-tall green woman.
That's true. It's amazing. No, very good. Well, it's such a thrill to have you, Zoe, and catch up. We can't let so long go again before we do this. Jacob, thank you so much for stopping by. Good luck. Keep us posted.
Thank you so much for having me.
Campaign. And until next time, to Oz, everybody.
To Oz.
To Oz.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yes, thank you.